Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ask Lukeness Monster episode 62, the series on the channel where I answer guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you guys do want your questions answered in next week's video, comment down below on this week's video and I'll try my very best to answer it. And real quick, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button because we're actually doing a giveaway on the channel once we hit 5k. We're giving away this ARC Trooper Echo. It is sealed and ready to ship once we hit 5k, but you do have to be subbed to the channel to enter. And we are actually like 15 subs away from 4k. So thank you guys so much for all the recent support, I do appreciate it, and let's hit that 4k mark. Anyway, the first question from Anakin Skinwalker, he asks, do you think that Visions needs an extension series, especially episodes like The Twins, The Duel, The Ninth Jedi, and The Elder? So, honestly, great question. I do really think that some of those Vision episodes were really good. I loved The Duel, I loved The Ninth Jedi, and I loved The Elder. The Twins was alright. It was an interesting story, but for me, it was a little too weird, I guess. Like, the whole double Star Destroyer thing was kind of stupid. The fact that they were fighting in space was kind of stupid, in my opinion, because they should have died if they were in space. But I did like how it ended, and I would have liked to see an extension to that story somehow, but I don't know if it's one of those that I need an extension, but honestly, I would love to see, like, full-fledged series on some of these other ones like The Duel, The Ninth Jedi, and The Elder, because they're just such interesting stories that are wide open, and I did really enjoy those episodes, though. Simply Star Wars asks, for the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones, do you think we will see a Deluxe Jango with the poncho of all the jetpacks and the blast effects like Boba? So, great question. I really hope so. There's two different things I want. If they do another Jango, I think I want it updated on the new Boba Fett body because the old Jango body is really bad. It has a hard time standing up, and it just looks kind of weird. Where the new Boba body is just so much better in every way. I really do hope that they would give it a removable helmet, of course. And if they don't do that, I want to see a Jango Fett that's like a Deluxe Jango Fett, but he has the, like, I guess, Camino clothes underneath, but then you have the option to put on the armor or the poncho, and it has, like, all those extra accessories that you can swap out. I think it'd be such a cool, like, concept, kind of like a build-your-own Jango. I'd really like to see that. I think that one's not as likely as just a repaint of the Boba body, but it's one I'd really like to see. Commander Thorn asks, Ask Lukeness Monster, what is your favorite Black Series figure of all time? Also love the videos. Thanks for the support. I do really appreciate it. My favorite Black Series figure of all time has to be ARC Trooper Echo. I'm a huge Clone Wars fan, and I've been asking for an ARC Trooper 5s and Echo forever. If you go back to some of my older videos, I have like top 5, top 10 like Clone Wars figures Hasbro needs to make, and every single number one is a tie between 5s and Echo. So I'm so glad we finally got Echo, and I just cannot wait to get 5s sometime in the future. Fingers crossed for Hasbro PulseCon, but who knows. So Depressing asks, do you think you'll ever 3D print a custom figure? If so, then who would it be? So I would really like to try. I think the hardest part is getting, like, the right type of files to do it. I don't really know where to get files like that. I normally get my files off Thingiverse, which is just a free, like, 3D file place where people can, like, submit their own files and share it with everybody else for free, pretty much, is one thing that I do really like about that place. But if I did have to guess, most custom figures like that would be a decently expensive file. But it's something I'd like to try in the future. It'd probably end up being a Clone Trooper, just because I could probably mass print them and then paint them to be however I like, rather than having to buy some of the more expensive Black Series figures and paint them. So that is something I'd like to try, but who knows? We'll wait and see. Jay Prasad asks, speaking of Thrawn, who are your top choices to play Thrawn in The Mandalorian, or I guess the Ahsoka series? Maybe 100% I would say Benedict Cumberbatch, and I know he's actually come out and said that he wouldn't play Thrawn if offered the role, but man, I think he'd be a pretty perfect fit for the role. Other than that, I'd have a hard time seeing a live action Thrawn. Honestly, I think I'd be happy with whoever they pick because Thrawn is just awesome and I'd love to see him in live action, but it'd just be kind of interesting. I think if it's not him, I'd rather get some kind of like no-name actor that fits the part better than a named actor that we already know, I guess, if that makes any sense. Star Hockey Productions asks, do you think that one of the Republic Commandos will be a deluxe? My guess would be Fixer. So, if you guys didn't know, Black Series Boss did get revealed last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago now, I can't really remember. And I think this question is referring to, like, any of the rest of the members of Delta Squad could be released as a deluxe figure. I think by themselves, no. I don't think that the armor is big enough for a deluxe release. I just don't think that, even with like the bigger backpacks or some of the extra like shoulder accessories or stuff like that, I don't think it's big enough for a deluxe release. I think the only way they would do it if they included tons of accessories, maybe like the commando sniper pistol, the anti-armor, like grenade looking thing, several actually like hand grenades as well. Honestly, all that stuff I'd love to see in the Black Series, and so I guess would I like that? Yes, but do I think it's going to happen? No. I think they're just going to release each of the Delta Squad one by one. None of them are going to have any special accessories like that. I think most of them are just going to get re-released with that normal commando blaster. While I'd love them to get some of those extra blasters, I just don't really see it happening. Hunter asks, what's your favorite clone Legion? Bonus, which clone do you want most in the Black Series? So, I kind of already answered this question a little bit earlier, but Fives is the one I want the most in the Black Series, just because I love Fives so much. He is my favorite clone. And I guess if you're saying, well, we already knew that, Luke, we already know you want Fives, what's another one? I'd have to go with probably Hardcase. I think Hardcase is a pretty cool clone in the series, and I think he'd go like pretty well in Black Series form. What's my favorite Legion though? That's tough. I feel like 501st is pretty given, only because that's like the Legion we've seen the most about. So if not 212th, but like I said, it's only because we know the most about those Legions, so it's easier to like. William Turner asks, would you rather Hasbro re-release Jabba or make a new sculpt? That is a good question. I actually really like the Jabba we already have. I mean, it's kind of simple. There's not a ton of articulation with it, but it doesn't really need it. I think I would not complain if they made Jabba with more articulation. I would be completely fine with that. Maybe some more stuff in the tail particularly, but really it doesn't necessarily need it, so I wouldn't complain if they did remake it, but I would not be super against just a standard re-release. Anyway, guys, it is actually the last question we have time for today, so if you did enjoy, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.